Hey guys, are you ready to dumb down math with me? Let's go. Here is a question from Simple Equations. The question is this. A question paper has 5 marks, 3 marks and 2 marks questions totaling 50 number of questions. The maximum marks a student can score is 50. How many 3 marks questions are there in the paper if number of 5 marks questions is more than 5? In the data given, we don't know the number of each segment of questions, like number of how many 5 marks questions, number of how many 3 marks questions, how many 2 marks questions, but the total number is given. So if you don't know something, the general procedure in any quants problem is to take it as some variable. Let x denote number of questions with 5 marks is denoted by x. Similarly, y, same thing, 3 marks. Then z, again, same thing with 2 marks. So I hope you can understand what these variables stand for. If you total them, what do you get? Total number of questions, which is given as 15 in the problem. So we got one equation. Now, what else is given in the problem? It's stated that a student can score maximum of 50 marks. If a student has to score 50 marks, he has to attempt all the questions, which means he has to attempt, if you come to 5 marks questions, there are x questions. And he attempts all the questions. And each question carries how many marks? 5 marks. So what will be 5x? The total marks he can get in this segment. Similarly, 3y is what he gets in the 3 marks segment. Similarly, 2z what he gets totally in the 2 marks segment. If you total them, you get the total maximum score a student can have, which is given to be 50. So you write that 50 here. So you got the second equation. Now look at that. There are 3 variables. So the general principle for getting all the variables determined uniquely, you need to have 3 equations, but you don't have any other additional data in the problem to help us frame one more equation. So we need to manipulate with these 2 equations and get what they want. What is it that they want us to find out? The number of 3 marks questions, which means what? Y. Y is what we have taken to stand for the number of 3 marks questions. Now this is to be found out. Now, is there anything else given in the problem? Yeah, there is one condition given in the problem. That condition is number of 5 marks questions is more than 5. What does that mean? X means what? Number of 5 marks questions. That should be more than 5. So we have one equation lacking here, but instead there is a condition here. Hopefully we will use that condition along with these equations to identify unique value for y. One more thing you can infer from the problem. These variables stand for what? Number of questions. Number of questions means x, y, z are positive integers. Positive integers means numbers like 1, 2, 3. Generally, when writing a system of equations, the variables stand for all kinds of numbers. But in this particular case, the variables stand for positive integers. So that's another condition hidden in the problem. So we are going to make use of all these conditions in place of one more equation which we needed here. And let's see whether we can find a unique value for y. See, nowhere in the picture z comes. So let's get rid of z, making use of these 2 equations. So what do you do for eliminating z? You equalize the coefficient of z. Here there is no 2. I mean, here the coefficient is 1, here it is 2. So what you can do is multiply this equation by 2. And what are you going to get? Multiply means throughout. Otherwise, the equation will change. You are supposed to keep the equation intact. So 15 into 2, which is 30. You are getting another equation, 3. Now you have got the coefficients of variable is that equalized. Now just subtract equation 3 from 2. What do you have? Here it will be 3x. Here it will be 3 minus 2, 1. 1 we don't normally write. These two will cancel out. Equal to 50 minus 30, 20. Now look at this. There is one equation, two variables, obviously leading to infinitely many values for x and y. Now, what you can do is, you are asked to find out y. So solve y in terms of the other variable. Keeping y here, 20 is already there. Take 3x to the right side. You get this one. Now, see, as you know, x and y are positive integers. So you begin with x equal to 1 and find the corresponding value of y. Again, put x equal to 2. Let's try out a few values for x. What do you do first? Put x equal to 1. What will be the corresponding y value? You substitute that here. That will be, if you want, I will simplify. Okay, I will simplify that. 20 minus 3 into 1. This is 20 minus 3. That is 17. That's how I wrote 17 here. Now, what do? You put x equal to 2 here. Again, you simplify. You will get 14 as the value of y. Okay, this also I will show you how to do that. 20 minus 3 into 2, x value. See, when you have minus and into, what is the one to be done first? Into, not minus. So 6 equal to 14. There is a rule called board mass. When you have too many operations like this in a sum, you have to go in this order. First, okay, I will write the expansion of this. B means bracket. O means off. Basically, this is kind of into. D means division. M means multiplication. A means addition. S means subtraction. I hope you remember this. You studied in lower classes. So in this case, you look at this operation. See, there is no bracket, there is no off, there is no division. And what does this stand for? Multiplication. That is there. So you do that first. That's what I wrote here, not this one. This comes in fact the last. So you go in this order, you won't make a mistake. That's 14. Now, what is the next value? I'm not simplifying. You do that. You will get 11 here. 4 if you substitute, you will get 8. 5 you substitute. 5. Then 6 you substitute. 2. See, if you can find out these two, the others will automatically follow. I'll tell you how. See, look at the difference between these two, 3. So when you substitute 3, automatically the next number you get will be less than this by 3. See, it's like a arithmetic progression with a common difference of minus 3. Okay. Now, supposing you put x equal to 7, which is the next value, what will be y? This also we need. That's why I'm writing here. Okay, I'll simplify this to help you understand this operation in a much better manner. So 20 minus, where do you substitute? 3 into 7. So you first do this, 21. 20 minus 21, minus 1. So what do you have? Minus 1 here. Now, as I said, these variables stand for positive integers. Here you are getting y as minus 1. What does that show? These straight away not acceptable, these values, because they have to be both positive integers. So this is gone. Okay, now come back to, beyond that you don't need to, because you are going to get y as negative for bigger values of x, which you can verify yourself. So up to x equal to 7 only you need to work out for y, because beyond that you will be getting negative values. Now this is not acceptable. Now come back to these 6 pairs of values are here. Now there is one more condition given here. x is greater than 5. What does that mean? X being 1, 2, 3, 4, including 5, not acceptable because x is restricted to be greater than 5. So all these pairs of values for x and y will get eliminated. Even 5 will get eliminated because x is greater than 5 doesn't mean x equal to 5. We accept only values above 5. So this is also good. Finally, you see, this is the only one left over. That means x equal to 6 and y equal to 2. We are actually finding value of y. Finally, from the infinitely many values, by making use of the conditions which are given in the problem, rather some of the conditions are explicit, some of the conditions are implicit, like you are accepting these to be positive. This is an explicit condition. This is an implicit condition. So making use of these implicit and explicit conditions given in the data, we have been able to zero down to a unique value for y, which is what they want us to find out in the problem. Y means what? Number of 3 marks questions. And this is the final answer to the question. I hope you have understood every step I have listed in the solution. If there is any questions, you please make them in your comment section. I will address it there. See you guys with some more interesting problems in my next video. Bye till then.